Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of April 16th through the 29th, 2024. This is a reading if you're Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising, or have another significant Sag placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. I hope we have a good reading for what's mostly the rest of April at this point. It'll be the period that is post-Mercury retrograde. We've just gotten past a couple of eclipses. If you do find these videos helpful, please hit the thumbs up and leave me a comment if you choose. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos. I have links to my website, my services, and my social media, and some other things down in the description box below. The way I do these readings is I do them according to the 12 houses of astrology, and I interpret the cards with respect to those houses. Not every meaning of every house is going to apply to you, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If they're not clear on that or not clear on how astrological houses work, it'll become clear as I'm going through. But if I mention certain aspects that don't relate to you, for example, if I'm talking about looking for love and you're not looking for love, say you're married, then obviously that's not the aspect that's going to apply to you, for example. I'm using the Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche deck, which is what I always use as my base deck, and I clarify it with a tarot deck, and this week I'm going to use the brandy new Austin Osman Spare Tarot, the AOS Tarot, put out by Strange Attractor Press, just brand new, that came off of Kickstarter, although I think they are selling it now. And we will follow up with a Moonology reading. Okay, just pull a card or two from there, depending on what would like to come out. Okay, so let's get started with your reading. First house is Aries energy. This is you, your personality, how you present yourself to the world, how people see you. And you have the Knave of Clubs, and you have the Osiris card. Okay, so Knave of Clubs, this is listed as the Lover card. Clubs in this particular, it's interesting because actually clubs in this particular deck are usually akin to pentacles. So this is more like a Page of Pentacles kind of a card. It could either be a Page of Pentacles, or I guess if it's a lover, has a Page of Cups kind of vibe to it. And of course you have Osiris here, which is your own energy. That's a Sagittarius energy. And this is definitely the idea of somebody who is stable, grounded, shows leadership qualities, someone who's reliable, somebody who can rely on their own judgment. Certainly that is what you are conveying to people, is there's this idea of this pillar of strength. This is really like a stylized tree, but it's this idea of this pillar of strength. And with this kind of page energy, there's the idea of excitement, new projects, new beginnings, new things, whether it has to do with love or whether it's just something that you are passionate about and fired up to do. There's definitely, I feel like there's definitely a lot of fire energy in this. That there's this idea that you are, that you've got plans and you've got a solid foundation and basis for what it is that you want to move ahead with. So at least that is how you're portraying yourself. Second house is Taurus energy. This has to do with finances. So this is your money. Yeah, primarily that. I mean, this is also the house having to do with values and possessions and things like that. Okay, we have the 10 of Diamonds with Bast. So this is a great card because 10 of Diamonds, it's considered to be like the 10 of Wands, but interestingly, he translates this as a card of confidence and security. So this one may be a little bit more like the 10 of Pentacles, which is a great card to have here. This would indicate money coming in. It's basically the completion of something. So when you have the culmination of a suit that deals with money, then that means, or finances or security, then this definitely is a very, very good card to have, especially if you've been having any financial difficulties. We do have it with Bast. Bast is the happiness card. So I don't know if you are spending money these days on things that are for your enjoyment, you're going to social events of some kind. Bast also just indicates acting cautiously. There's an element of negotiation to this card, gives you wish to receive, that kind of a thing. And, you know, this also could be to a certain degree, what do they call it? Retail therapy. There could be an element of that here too. The idea that maybe you wanting to spend money on things that make you happy And why not? Why not do that, especially since we're looking at these this very, very good financial situation. Now, if you are not in a good financial situation right now, then certainly this is a good sign that things are moving in the right direction for you in terms of money. Third house is Gemini energy. This is messages, communications, self-effort. So if you're self-employed, you have your own business, this would be part of that. If you have sibling relationships, so things going on between brothers and sisters, and potentially travel, but short distance travel, not long trips. And okay, we have the Knight of Diamonds, which is interesting. This is a card of departure or separation, according to Spare, and or absence. So it is possible that that there could be some kind of trips that are happening, or maybe some kind of trip that's being discussed or negotiated. We have this with Nephthys. So I don't know. Now, Nephthys has to do with that which is not been revealed yet. Like it's a message or some kind of communication or something happening with your business that maybe you're waiting for that has not materialized yet. Nephthys, being this is the house of brothers and sisters, this could potentially, and does not have to, but could potentially have to do with someone's sister as well. Since this is a card of separation, I don't know if this is just that there is a physical separation between you and a family member, or maybe there's this kind of physical separation. Maybe you're waiting for some kind of news or something to happen here. But we certainly have this idea here of something that, a message perhaps that's either expected or maybe that's not expected. Maybe there's going to be some kind of news coming in, either regard to business, maybe with regard to family. Like I said, this has strong sister energy to it, but doesn't have to be about the sister. And it can also be just generally maybe waiting for opportunities for your business. So this Knight of Diamonds here, again, there's this idea of separation or retreat or pulling away. Certainly, Nephthys is a card of retreat. So maybe you're not communicating with people a lot lately. Maybe some of you are just kind of looking to get away or to have a retreat. And being that this is in the third house, it could just be even just a short trip, like a day trip somewhere or something, you know. But I don't know, take it as it resonates here. But there's definitely the sense that either there is a need to withdraw and not be obvious. Like I said, there could be something about somebody's sister coming in, some kind of important communications, or there's some kind of a separation here, or there's just a need to, or there's just a need to kind of like chill out while you're waiting for something to be incoming. Fourth house, this is Cancer energy. This has to do with your home, your family. It has to do with your ancestry, with the mother in particular. Home can refer to your physical home. It can refer to your sense of being at home, or just general matters that are connected to the family. Okay, but we do have the mother card here. We have Isis. So for somebody, we have a sister card and we have a mother card here. So I don't know if there's some kind of mother-sister situation that might be going on. We have this Nine of Clubs here, and this is about, he calls this the card of circumstances. And it's interesting with certain cards, as he talks about legacy or courts or law. So I don't know if some people here are dealing with a legacy, because this 10 of Diamonds, if it's like the 10 of Pentacles, that can also imply that as well. So maybe for some people, there's the settling of a family estate. Maybe that's why there's a withdrawal, or maybe that's why we're waiting for some communications. Does not have to be the case at all. This could just be a situation connected to your home where perhaps patience is required. Maybe there's the sale of a house, okay? It could be an ancestral home, it could be your home, or maybe it's your mom's home. I mean, there's definitely this idea of something going on here. Nine of Clubs, if clubs in this one are a bit like Pentacles, because it seems to vary with Spare and the way that he translates these, and I'm still trying to kind of work that out. But if it's anything like, I would tend to think of clubs as being more like wands. So in this case, it may just be something which you are being vigilant, which you're waiting for something to finish up or to complete. It may be something that's draining you, maybe something that you're tired out and you kind of want to be finished with. So there's definitely the sense of some change in circumstances, but this may have to do literally with the mother, or it may have to do with the situation where you need to be patient. Excuse me. Okay. Fifth house. This is Leo energy. This has to do all of a sudden. Creativity, children, love affairs. Okay, in this house we have the Justice card. Okay, yeah, we were just talking about perhaps potential circumstances here. And now we've got this idea of law showing up over here. There's Libra energy connected to the Justice card. Now, I don't know if this means entering into a legal contract for something that's creative. That could be. You could be dealing with a person who is a Libra. You could be dealing with a relationship situation where, like a love affair, where there may be some kind of legal contract that's going to be involved, or at least a situation where fairness, that's funny, where fairness and balance are going to be required. We have it with the water card. So the water implies something that's moving or changing. It's a very strong emotional thing. So again, this could be changes and shifts to a love relationship. Maybe something connected. Maybe there's going to be some kind of move towards legalization, which in this case would be marriage. That would be a 7th house thing. Or we could be looking at just a situation that you just want to move. If you are a person working in a creative field and working on something of a creative nature, this could be that there could be a legal matter that needs to be resolved for things to move ahead. Or alternately, there may be a movement on something that is connected to a legal matter or potentially to balance. Do remember that this house also has to do with children. So if that applies to a situation involving a child, the basic idea is that there's either a need for balance and fairness in something, or the truth that's going to come out about a situation, or there could be a literal legal matter going on. And water would suggest, something not being stagnant, moving or changing in some way. So so if there's some kind of a situation, either with love, a child, or with some kind of creative project that you're working on, maybe something you've been waiting on, maybe somebody, if you are, let's just say you've written a book and you're waiting on a book contract or something, maybe there's this idea that there's going to be movement on that, for example. But again, that doesn't have to be the exact circumstances there. 6th house is Virgo energy, and Virgo is about health, healing, has to do with worry and anxiety, and can also have to do with a job that you might have, something that you do in service to others. So whether you're working for somebody and getting paid or working and volunteering, it's a little bit different from the idea of career. Your job and career could be the same thing, but sometimes people are doing a job to make money that may or may not be their career. Okay, so we have the Magician card here, okay? He refers to it as the Juggler, but this is the Magician. And we have it with the Buckle of Isis. So this card comes up when we are in a position of manifesting something. There's a sense of making something happen. Now, this card did show up in the reverse, which is kind of unusual. And typically, upright, there's usually this idea of working towards something and manifesting. In reverse, there could be some kind of trickery or manipulation that maybe you're worried about, whether it be at a job or whether it just be more generally. But in the more positive sense of this card is the idea of trying to manifest something, or making, using one's willpower, or just basically putting a plan in motion to make something happen, which can connect with the Buckle of Isis, because the Buckle of Isis is about efforts that you are making or sacrifice that you make in a situation that will be rewarded. Now, you can take this in a number of ways. If this is a woman looking at this reading, and a woman who is, I guess any kind of age, where you are either reproductively active or becoming reproductively inactive, the Buckle of Isis here could indicate hormonal issues for somebody, because sometimes this card comes up when there are hormonal life changes. Again, just a caveat, I think any kind of thing that might be going on with you health-wise, if you think there's something going on, and that doesn't necessarily mean that there is, then there would be something you want to discuss with your doctor and not rely on a tarot reading for that. But there's definitely, this can for some people indicate health concerns that may have to do, and the fact that it would be showing up with a reversed Magician would suggest to me that maybe it's something that's tricky, like maybe something the doctors are having trouble identifying or something like that. Possibly it could be something of a hormonal nature, so that might be something worth exploring if you are somebody dealing with certain issues that seem mysterious to your doctor. So yes, but ultimately, if we're not dealing with that kind of a thing, it just seems to indicate that certain efforts that are made right now are going to be worthwhile, whether this has to do with making changes regard to your health, whether this has to do with a job. Maybe you're going to give up a job and take a new one. I don't know. We'll see what the 10th house says, see if that corroborates any of that, or just a situation where any kind of effort that you're making to move towards what you want, towards fixing what you're worried about, will be worthwhile. 7th house, this is Libra energy, and this has to do with marriages. It has to do with any kind of legalized relationship, business partnerships, contracts. So I was seeing justice down here, which would be more the element of that. Okay, this is interesting. You have the Hathor card. Okay, so for some of you, this could literally represent a woman. Doesn't have to. Could be you. Could be somebody who's Taurus or Virgo. There's strong earth energy associated with Hathor. And I don't know, this is a woman. This is female energy. So I don't know if this is somebody who is motherly or domestic or has a motherly vibe, because Hathor is very much connected to that. Or if you have a partner who's very connected to their mother, I don't know. This could be, if you're a man watching this reading, this could be your wife or significant other. If it's a woman watching this reading and it's a woman, well, again, there could be women who are looking for other women, and that could also be part of this as well. So again, you take that as it resonates for you. But if you are somebody who is not looking for a female marriage companion, this could be somebody who's a business partner who comes in, or this could just be the idea of somebody who's looking to settle down into maybe a little bit more of a traditional role. But we have it with this 5 of diamonds, and this is an element of surprise. Okay, so this is the card that it says that something is going to be revealed. That's interesting because we have the Justice card down here, which I said that this can indicate a truth being revealed, and now we are seeing a truth or a surprise here. Now, so whether this relates to a woman, whether like it could be your spouse, it could be your spouse's parent, it could be somebody else. Like I said, if this is some kind of a partnership, I'm not getting the vibe here of other woman or third party who's being involved. I feel more like this may be a revelation that may be coming from a person like this, either within your relationship or about it. And again, if you're not married or not in any kind of significant business partnership, there just may be a revelation about a person. Maybe somebody's going to give you a revelation about a potential relationship or about a potential partner. So I don't know. Take it as it resonates there. 8th house is Scorpio energy. Scorpio is transformation. Okay, so this is endings, beginnings. Can also have to do with joint finances. And okay, we have, okay, well, first of all, we have this 4 of clubs. Remember, we have this 10 of pentacles here. This is about merrymaking. So remember, I had actually this Bast card. This also number 4 was the idea of, maybe perhaps spending money to travel or to socialize or to have a good time. This is about, a lot. This talks about a lot of traveling, gaiety in the sense of, happiness and being, making merry, so to speak. But we do have it with Seth. So Seth does indicate that there have been problems or obstacles. This is actually the Scorpio card in the Scorpio house. And I usually draw a second card with this one, and we have Thoth in this case. So I feel like, okay, looking at these together, I think it's saying that you are probably moving towards a phase where maybe you're going to be doing a lot of traveling, maybe doing a lot of socializing, enjoying your time with people. Maybe it's going to be because of money's coming in. If there has recently been a death in the family for somebody, that could be what this is, because this Seth is usually just a card of anxiety or obstacles, but being its scorpionic energy, it could definitely deal with maybe a recent ending, maybe, obviously the death of a family member or something would be a painful thing. So that is possible. And Thoth could have to do with maybe money coming from legal matters or the settlement of an estate. So again, that's a specific message for somebody. That's not a sign that is going to happen necessarily for someone, but that is a possible interpretation for this house. If that is not something that's on the table for anyone, then what this could just be is that perhaps you are looking to move into this space where you can be freer, be more joyful, be more social, happy, travel a bit, but there may be some delays. You may have to wait for the right timing for something to happen. And this definitely seems to be a matter of appropriate timing. There's something about it even with this 10 of Pentacles here, like there's something that's going to be coming in for you. We know that there's events that are in our control and are out of our control, and this seems to deal more with something that may be coming to you that is not in your control. It's like not going to come from a job that you apply for, or it's not going to be money that you request. It may just be something that comes to you, but there either could be a delay, or there could just be a situation where, yeah, like something coming in at the right time. But over here, we are definitely seeing this idea of being financially stable and confident and being in a good, secure place. So whatever the delay is, I feel like it's a matter of time before whatever it is resolved. 9th house is your own energy, Sagittarius energy. And Sag energy is, well, it's your Jupiter energy. You're expansive in the sense of long distance travel. It may have to do with higher education, going back to school for something, or getting an additional certification or something. It can have to do with deep questions, philosophy, religion, very much connected to freedom and independence as well. So yeah, this is the card of flying high and flying free. Yeah, and we've got, it's interesting, we've got the twins with the Fool. So you are ready to take a risk on something. I'm seeing this all over. I think you are ready to try to figure out a way. Maybe that's why we're seeing the juggler in reverse over here. Maybe you're trying to find a way around perhaps a job situation that has been taking up a lot of your time. Maybe there's somebody from far away who you are interested in. Or maybe you have a partner who's far away. And maybe, you know, again, this sometimes can come up when there's educational partnerships. This could be a partnership connected to a religious organization. All of those things are possible here, not necessarily, again, take what applies and just leave it if it doesn't. Or this could just be somebody who's far away, who you want to go spend time with. Maybe you're looking to change some things here and take a risk and maybe go abroad with somebody, or to go be with somebody. That could be. Or maybe you're going to take a risk and decide to, I mean, there's some kind of partnership here that you're entering into, whether it's related to education, whether it's related to religion, philosophy, or something like that, or whether this is somebody at a distance. Could be any of those. But the Fool says you're ready to take a risk. Now, if I look at the 3rd house opposite, you still have, you have this idea of departure down here. So yeah, somebody here definitely wants to travel and wants to move, and they want to do it for, you know, this might be work related, but I feel more like it's either you're ready to retire and maybe looking to travel the world or something. I don't know. Or, you know, or I feel like there's something that you're going to be doing in conjunction with somebody else that's going to expand your horizons. But with Nephthys here, I feel like it's kind of a not yet. And with Seth up here, it may just be that there's some obstacles to be sorted before you can get there. Let's look at your 10th house, Capricorn. This is about career, fame, reputation. It's Saturn ruled. Can have to do with the father as well. Okay, so we have the Queen of Clubs here. Got a lot of clubs in this one. And Spare describes this one as, he writes it in very, very tiny print. He talks about comment. I don't know if it's affection or affliction. I'm trying to see what here. Counsel of a friend. Yeah, okay. So there's definitely, this could be you. If this is like the Queen of Wands, because clubs I often associate with wands, although this could also be like pentacles. Either way, this is somebody who's either very strong-willed or very, who has their act together financially, who may be giving advice or maybe influencing the situation. Could potentially be you as well. But this is definitely the idea of somebody who's got the resources or got something together in a business sense. But we have it here with Urias. So whatever this is, this does seem to be connected to something either unexpected or something that you need to keep to yourself. So there may be a change you're wanting to make. Maybe it has to do with this twins energy. Maybe there's somebody, and the Queen here doesn't have to be a female. It can be male or female, although it is a female card. There could be, this could also be that determination that you have. I mean, if this is anything like the Queen of Wands, then it's somebody who just is very fiery, very ambitious, and determined to get what they need or get what they want. So you just maybe, there is that fired up energy in the 1st house too. So I think you are looking to make some moves here, maybe something that you're keeping to yourself right now. And again, maybe that's also why in the job house we see the juggler in reverse. Maybe you're trying to finagle an early retirement. Maybe you're planning on making a move, but you don't want to tell somebody. You need, at your workplace, because, you are maybe planning to give something up right now, but maybe there's a reason why you need to keep it to yourself right now. This could also just mean that there's going to be an unexpected opportunity coming in business, something that you're not prepared for. I shouldn't say not prepared. It's not something you're not expecting, but usually when this comes up in that context, we're talking about something that's very, very good. And who knows, this could be the person, this Queen of Wands or Queen of Clubs, like I said, could be either Wands or Pentacles, but so fire or earth potentially. But this could be a person who's going to come and either make you the offer or help you, or this could be you just ready, ambitious, having the resources, having the know-how, knowing what you need, and being ready to get going. But there may be some unexpected factors at play here, or a need for secrecy. So take that as it resonates for you. 11th house. This is Aquarian energy. So this is about your business networks, your friendships, your goals and wishes, what you're trying to manifest. And okay, we have the High Priestess with Sirius. Okay, so yeah, again, Sirius, there's this idea of secrecy, of something that's behind the veil that you're not showing to somebody. And it's interesting because it's not the direct opposite, but it's considered to be, with the Juggler card. It can be, this has to do with education or knowledge. And they says with the Juggler, it can be, let's see, how did he put it? Inspiration with the Juggler. Okay, so both have appeared here. Yeah, I don't know. There's either going to be again, there's this idea of secrecy here. The Priestess, it has to do with things that are sort of behind the veil, secret things that need to be learned, and you have it next to another card of secrecy. We have Sirius here. So Sirius is, this is something where, okay, you have a situation where you're taking the rough with the smooth a little bit. It's not, it's something that you have some good days with something and some bad days. You know what I mean? It's like there's some level of having to endure something, like just like with this buckle of Isis, there's some work to be done. There's something to be done, something that requires a certain level of strength, but something you're capable of handling. Sirius, though, this is an Aquarius card in the Aquarius house. This can also indicate expanding your mind. Okay, this can indicate thinking about something differently, thinking outside the box, taking a different approach to something. I'm actually seeing quite a bit of that here. So I have a feeling there's somebody here who's looking to make a big life change and is just trying to figure out how they're going to do it. And right now, the means for that may not have quite revealed themselves yet. There's a lot here about stuff that, actually there's like 3 cards here of things that are yet to be revealed. Maybe that's also here why you're seeing this Justice card here. Maybe there's certain things to be sorted out, certain red tape. If somebody's looking to move abroad, then that would certainly also make sense. There may be some red tape that has to be solved in terms of visas or things like that before one could potentially move somewhere, if that applies to you. So yeah, there's definitely this idea of going to need to think outside the box a little bit. And yeah, there's this idea of something that trying to fulfill a wish or a goal. Or maybe, like, again, this might even be help from a friend, but there's definitely a very secret nature to this. So maybe there's even something you're working out with a friend. I mean, yeah, you've got this surprise revelation with this very organized Hathor person, or very motherly Hathor person over here in this house. Let's look at your 12th house. This is Pisces energy, and Pisces is about, it's about what you don't show to people. If the first house is how people see you, this is what people don't see. This may be what you're afraid of or what you might doubt. It has to do with things that maybe you're not sure if they're going to be real or not. And it can also, if you are thinking about moving abroad, literally, like foreign travel, that's also covered by this house. Okay, so we have this is interesting. Okay, you've got the 4 of Spades, which he calls this a card of a declaration or of love proposed, which is interesting. And we have it with Horus. Now, when I look at the 4 of Spades, this is like the 4 of Swords to me. And normally, in regular tarot decks, this would be a card of healing, of taking some time out. So that might be more the sense of it here. Although, like I said, maybe there is a declaration. Maybe something has been proposed. Maybe there is somebody from far away. Maybe that does apply to somebody. And it is something that maybe you're keeping. Again, this is the house of secret, of what's not being shown. So maybe there has been a declaration here. We do have the Horus card, so there could be fears potentially surrounding health or health issues, or just there could be a process of healing going on. Maybe that's more psychological than physical. Horus can also indicate concerns about the family as well. So yeah, take that as it resonates here. But I feel like there's some kind of potential healing that's going on here. Maybe there's some concern about the family and maybe certain changes that you want to make. And it does seem like there may be there's a risk that you want to take. You are ready to expand your horizons, but there's certain pieces that have not fallen into place yet. And there's a lot here that you're not revealing to other people. Now, overall, we have the Earth card. So the Earth indicates stability. So I would suggest that if somebody is trying to move, right now you're still working towards that. Okay, Earth is about slowly moving towards something. It could be about establishing stability, about being grounded, focusing on practical matters. Definitely a very good card for money and prosperity as well. Now with this Two of Spades, this says a time within a week or shortly or soon. That's interesting. Okay, so I don't know. This could be, let's see, with these other cards, sort of looking at this, I feel like this could be a sense of, this sometimes could be news or a letter that you're waiting for. So if there's something you're waiting for here, I feel like this might be saying that there could be a change, that if it's going to come in a week, or if it's not exactly a week, it's going to be something coming up shortly for you. Maybe the stability, maybe the answers you need are going to be coming up at that point in time. So rather interesting reading. Let's pull a Moonology card for you and see what we get. So what does Sagittarius need to know? Here we go. We got two cards, yeah. Okay, yeah. It's interesting. Didn't I just say? I literally just said that. The answer you need are coming. Okay, that's the first one that we have here. Full moon in Gemini. So whatever's been going on right now. This card also tends to come up when there's a certain amount of negotiation going on, a certain amount of back and forth, maybe things you need to be, again, circumspect about. Clear communication definitely is a factor here with full moon in Gemini, or making sure that you have all the correct information. And you have it with the waning moon. What do you need to release? So this suggests to me that, yeah, the answers you need are coming, but there may be old business that needs to be released or finished up first before you actually can move ahead. What's coming into my head is there may not be any shortcuts, and that may be the problem. So whatever you're doing, you want to make sure you're doing it in the right way, and not trying to, I know there's definitely this risky energy here, but there seems to be a need for caution about something, so that you are making sure that you have, dotted the I's, crossed the T's, finished up, sewn up all the loose ends. How many cliches can I come up with here? But, finishing up these loose ends, and then you will see what the way is forward in wherever it is you are trying to do here. That's it for you for this period of time, Sagittarius. Good luck with whatever it is that you're doing or trying to do. Not to worry. Any delays may be just there so that you can get yourself sorted out and get everything prepared. There does seem to be a need for secrecy and or caution right now, and there could be some surprises. So that's it for me for this particular period of 2 weeks. Stay safe, enjoy the rest of your April, and we'll see you next time.